Om Shanti, good morning. A very good morning. Today is Sunday, the 12th. It's late summer, and the year is almost gone. And so the question is, what have I achieved in this year? In my spiritual practice, how have I progressed? And is there more that I can do at this time? So meditation is a practice to still the mind, but also to make the mind clearer, more powerful, happy, and healthy. So what is a healthy mind? A healthy mind is one that stays stable no matter what's happening around in the world and in my own world and in my own body, which is not an easy task, because if my body is hurt, if my world is upside down, then it's very difficult to become peaceful and quiet inside and to remain loving and detached, whatever is happening, because our soul, our whole existence is put in question. But it's through regular practice of meditation that we actually attain these stages, that we actually become able to become a detached observer of my own self, of my world, and the world in general. And to then dip into the resources that are going to bring me happiness, that are going to support me during that time. Now, what are the recommended times to meditate? Well, actually, to set the day, as soon as you wake up, come onto your face and wake up, drink a glass of water or whatever you want. And then go and sit in a place that you can be quiet, that you can be undisturbed for a period of time. It is best to wake up before everybody else wakes up and has demands on you and requires this or that, or making noises or pass by, which might be disturbing. Just get up, sit down quietly, and then it depends what you do with your mind. Because if you sit down, initially it will work. And actually the practice is to sit down and to relax your whole body, to detach yourself from the world around you, to go to the being of light, and to connect with the Supreme in the world beyond. That is Raj Yoga, the highest yoga, the highest connection. That is the ultimate practice. But if we do something routinely, that's getting up, sitting down, and we don't feed the mind with new thoughts, new awarenesses, then it's very easy that we go into that stage of dream. And then it feels as if the mind is really experiencing something amazing. And then that was it. You're asleep. And it might not be because you're tired, because you've just slept, but because you have not fed the mind with the awareness, with the elevated awareness that will create intoxication and happiness inside yourself. But that will also create strength and power in yourself, will give you energy, and will set the stage with which you're going to take on the day and you're going to practice throughout the day. Because in yoga, it's not just the morning time when you wake up, but you have to feed the mind throughout the day with peaceful thoughts, with thoughts of self-awareness and self-respect, to maintain that throughout the day. And in the evening, when you go to sleep, throughout the day and just realize what happened. What is it? Settle it down and go to sleep. And you will see that your sleep will be much better because you're no longer thinking about what happened all the time, because sometimes this can become like a worrying thought that repeats itself again and again and again, and then perhaps comes in your dream in some way where the body, the mind is trying to digest that thought. But if you sit down and you become very peaceful in the evening and you connect with the soul, connect with the Supreme, and just as if it was your best companion, just sit there and tell what happened, what didn't happen, and then just go into meditation. And in that meditation, when you relax, solutions will come into your mind and you will be able to say, okay, yes, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. And so you've got a plan and you don't have to think about it again and again. And then you require willpower and power of mind, because if that thought that you have resolved in a way keeps coming into your mind again and again and again, then you have to have that willpower to say no. That is, stay there. I have decided what I want to do. And that's how you slowly train yourself to have a lot of willpower, a lot of strength inside yourself. And where you actually start to bring awareness into your life. And that awareness will allow you to decide and to feel, we feel the pulse, which means understand what the situation is, what is needed in that situation, not just maybe my immediate needs, but what is needed for that situation, and then respond to that situation in the most appropriate way. And it won't be necessarily about me, but by taking care of others, I also take care of myself. I take care of the situation. And when we are peaceful, we can also feel deep inside, what is it that I have to change in myself? Because we always say you can point at others, but there are 3 fingers pointing at yourself, back at yourself. So first, look inside. Because unless you change yourself, how can you expect others to change? How can you expect the situation to change? The situation will only change if I change. And there are different ways of how I can change, how I can evaluate the situation, how I can deal with the situation. In Raj Yoga, we have the 8 powers. And they are all ways of responding to situations. So one is we can withdraw. And we have the image of the tortoise. So if the tiger comes and wants to eat the tortoise, it just withdraws inside. And the tiger tries to break up the shell, but it cannot. And so after some time, it goes away. So it means, in a way, to go into a safe place in my mind. The safe place can be my mind, can be a place, physical place, but it can be also in my mind. The next power is the power to pack up. So sometimes the situation is such that I cannot deal with it in that very moment, and I need to leave. Yeah. So for example, there's an argument and I'm not able to give a valuable response, then sometimes rather than getting angry, it is better just to say, okay, I'm going for a walk, I'll be back later. And that's it. That's the power to pack up. And it is represented by a suitcase and a roll to sleep on. So to be ready to leave a situation if I need to. Yeah. I'm just thinking about 9/11, and there was one of the yogis who was actually one of the engineers who built the towers. And he was on the 32nd floor on the day the aeroplanes flew into it. And in the office, there were a few people either ill or late or whatever who had not yet arrived because it was in the morning. But there were about 20 people in his office. And the advice from the authorities was stay there, wait till you get told to evacuate. And so of those 20, about 50% decided to take their chances and just go. And he was one of them. And the other ones, they stayed back, waiting for the authorities to come and collect them. And so, in a way, he practiced to pack up. He had that feeling he could go inside and just feel, no, it is right for me to leave now. And he left. And he just made it. Took him 2 hours to get out. At some stage, they had to wait on the steps for a long time. But he was very much in that state of meditation because I spoke to him about half a year later and asked him about the experience. And he said, when you are in a situation that is greater than you are, you just, if you have practice to meditate, you fall back into that stage where you're just detached of yourself. You're just acting, because everybody's in shock, everybody's acting. But then whatever you've practiced comes out. And so to detach, to pack up. The next one is to tolerate. And to tolerate doesn't mean that I tolerate, and at some stage I just, explode. But to tolerate means to give good back while somebody is throwing stones at you. So it's represented by a tree full of fruit and a child throwing stones at the tree. And what does the tree do? It gives fruit. Next one is to accommodate. Now, this is represented by water going down a mountain. And as it goes down the mountains, there are obstacles. So it fills up and then it finds a way and keeps flowing. So no matter what obstacles there are in life, just keep flowing. Find a way on how to overcome those obstacles and keep going. The next one is the power to discriminate. And it's represented by some jewels. And so the diamond merchant knows which ones are true diamonds and which ones aren't. So to recognize the glass crystals and from the diamonds. And so to have that deep understanding and sensitivity, that deep knowledge of what it is a diamond is made out of, and then, choose that one. The next one is the power to judge. And it is represented by scales. Now, always try and bring back into, judge if there is something that is wrong, then don't go for it. It's to recognize what is right, what is wrong, and then to go with what is right. Because in spiritual life, what you want is really to come to a place where you just create goodness wherever you go, whatever you do. And you don't just earn blessings through that, But that goodness reflects on your way, on your life, and it guides you also to what gives more goodness. The next value is the one to face. And so sometimes we have to face really difficult things like illness or death or war or things like this, but then also have the courage to face difficulties, and also whenever they happen, just stay true to yourself and respond in a positive and right way. So I think that was the 8 powers. I might have had one or less, but out of these ones, really, there's one more, and it's the power to cooperate. And the power to cooperate is represented by big mountains, big mountain, and everybody's finger of cooperation is lifting that mountain. And so it means that a finger could never lift up the mountain. But if we all come together and we all work together to lift that mountain is lifted. So even if the problem is very, very big, then come together, cooperate, and you will be able to do that what is impossible. So these 8 powers are always good just to come back and to revise. And whenever there is a situation that I have to deal with, go back and say, well, which is the power I need to use at this time? Which is the practice that will help me when I am so nervous, so unsure that I don't. The other thing that I was saying earlier is really, when you meditate, don't just say, I'm a soul, I'm a soul, I'm a soul, I'm a soul, I'm soul, I'm light, I'm light. And that won't help in the long run. Initially, it might help, but then the mind needs more. And so just to give yourself titles of self-awareness, give yourself really that feeling of experiencing yourself in whatever elevated awareness you want to bring yourself in. And that experience will nourish your meditation and will support you and will create intoxication and would want you to sit down again and meditate again. So let us try to meditate. So the method is just become quiet, no matter what's happening all around you, and detach yourself. Relax your body from the feet up your lower legs, your upper legs. Relax your pelvis, your chest, your arms, your neck, and all the muscles of the face. Take some nice deep breaths and relax every time you let the air go out of your lungs. And relax again. Fill yourself with light. Become aware of the soul in the center of your forehead, in between your eyebrows, just above the root of your nose. And become the real diamond that sparkles with the light of the Supreme shining on it. And the diamond is so pristine, is so powerful, that it just reflects the light all around. And it creates many, many different colors as the white light, the pure light, shines through it. Gives all the colors of the rainbow. But as you go deeper and deeper into the awareness of I, the soul, just see yourself on the journey that has brought you to today, where you not just in this life, but over many, many lives, have been a soul that has always looked and searched of bettering the self, of creating goodness, of having loving relationships, and of benefacting those around you, where you have always searched for what is good, where you always had that relationship with the Supreme in whatever way you experienced it to be. And now take yourself up beyond this world into a realm of golden red light, a place of absolute stillness, of peace, of tranquility, calm, a place filled with light and love, that light and love of the Supreme is shining on you and is filling you with molecules of happiness. Be beyond this world. Stay peaceful and calm. And feel that freshness coming into you. Fill yourself with goodness and light. See yourself standing close to the Supreme and shining light onto this world, bringing light to this world, creating safety, health, wealth, and happiness to everyone on this world. See yourself flying above mountains, beyond lakes, and wherever you fly over, you leave back the fragrance of goodness, of support, of light. And just send good wishes and pure feelings to everyone. Blessings and more blessings go with you. Happiness fills your heart and your soul. And with that happiness comes health and wealth. Sending good wishes to everyone, gratitude and appreciation for whatever they're doing. Wherever you are, you're a special soul. You're the one who brings light and benefit to the world. You feel light inside yourself, and by now you have detached from your body. Check, your body feels light. Your vision is beyond your immediate surroundings, and the light of the Supreme is like a canopy over yourself, keeping you safe, keeping you protected, warm, well, and able to cooperate and to help and to support others during this difficult time. Every age has got its benefits, but we now have this time where we can enter the confluence, a time of knowledge, of direct tuition by the Supreme, and transform the world, bringing the message of goodness, of benevolence, of peace and love, of wisdom to everyone around us. And to feel that, I sit in meditation in the mornings and I become peaceful throughout the day, just having maybe a minute or two of just peace and quietness, so that I can fill myself with the light of the Supreme and be the conduit, be the lighthouse, be the one who fills the world around you with light and might. And you feel happy, you feel good. And that happiness creates happiness in those around you. Take another deep breath and just stand next to the Supreme. Feel the light and might, the warmth of Baba's light on you. And shine it onto the world. And in this way, look into your next week. Shine Baba's light into your next week. And see attainment and success and happiness, well-being, your companion. Om Shanti. Have a wonderful week and celebration for Ganesh Chaturthi and lots of blessings. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Best wishes. Bye-bye.